Today, I'm going to hit on a topic that's pretty close to my heart, and that's God, honestly. Um, Anybody that knows me will tell you that I've always believed in God. I've always had faith in God. It doesn't, however, mean that I always walked with God. It wasn't that God left me hanging, it was that I walked away from God. I threw my hands up and threw my life away. It's not something I'm proud of. It's actually something I'm very ashamed of, looking back on it. If I'd kept God first, my life would be a lot different now. I'd be a much different person than I am today. God has a plan. Even if you're not a Christian, you have to believe in some sort of fate, some sort of destiny, some sort of end that we're always moving towards. And to me, that's God's will. And it's kind of amazing to me how God will use things that are definitely not put here by Him for His glory and to work towards His will. I've battled a lot of addictions. I've been addicted to drugs. I've been addicted to sex. I've been addicted to violence. I've been addicted to pornography, which goes back to being addicted to sex, actually. I've been addicted to tobacco. I'm still battling that addiction. God's helped me overcome all of that. And I'd be a liar if I said that I did that on my own. I didn't. I did that by leaning on God and letting Him take control of it. He's really turning my life around. There's a lot of negative feelings that I've been having in my heart and holding in that God has kind of showed me how to let go of. I kind of feel like if God can forgive me for the things that I've done and the choices I've made, then who am I to deny anybody else that same forgiveness? I'm no better than the next man. Who among us hasn't fallen from grace? Another thing that God has shown me in the past 2 weeks is that things will get better. Sometimes I feel like I traded one set of problems in for another. I was homeless in Virginia Beach and battling drug addiction, but I had 2 jobs and I always had money in my pocket. I was completely self-sufficient. I paid for my addictions. No, I didn't have to worry about anything because I had money. I was doing my thing. Only reason I was homeless was because I had no ID. That's a whole other story entirely. But because I didn't have an ID, I couldn't get a place to live. So, God led me to go stay with my uncle in Jacksonville because he offered me a job and a place to live. It was actually working out pretty good, but my drug addictions got worse. So I prayed, and God led me to call my father. And my father told me that I could come live here in Louisville, North Carolina. Since I've been here, I've been able to completely overcome my drug addictions, other than tobacco. I still have yet to let that go. But the most important thing that God has helped me overcome is my addiction to a semblance of love. I've been in love with the same person since I was 16 years old. This person knows who she is. She knows how I feel. And that may or may not work out. I hope it does. I've been hoping it does for 8 years. Almost 9. That's a whole nother vlog entirely. Not ready to touch on that subject yet. But God has helped me see that the only love I need to be addicted to is His, because His is the only love that's pure enough that no matter how hard I fall from grace, it's still going to be there. God's done a lot in my life. Anybody that's known me over the course of the past couple of years can tell you that I am not the same man that I was a few years ago. I'm not the same man I was a few weeks ago. A big part of that is the church that I started going to. The people that are genuinely nice and they're very non-judgmental, and they really made me feel welcome. And just walking into the place, I felt the presence of God like I'd never felt before. Like I could almost taste it. Um, the first service I heard there, and every service I've heard there since then, whether it be a Sunday school lesson or a Wednesday night youth group lesson or anything, I feel like God is speaking directly to my soul and telling me exactly what I need to hear. And it's helped me grow a lot. So my point in this vlog was to say that anybody out there that was feeling like I felt, it, hopeless and unreachable and just overall unhappy, turn to God, because He will help you.